Hello. Ben, are you there? No, okay. Hello. Yay! You're good. Dream is going. Mics are muted.
and welcome to the stream. Welcome to this Titan Tuesday. We've got a new update for you for Titan, and we're going to talk about a bunch of cool new stuff we've added to the game. I'm Ben Humphries. I'm the UI programmer and UI designer on Industries of Titan, and I'm here with...
Hi, I'm Jared. I'm the community intern here at Brace Yourself Games, and looking forward to showing off the new stuff today.
Yeah, I've got a bunch of new cool things. I started up a map the other day, and I started a new map, and I got a bit further so I can show you some of the stuff to do with ships today. So it's fine. It's what we'll start with, and we've got a totally safe corporation here. It's going to be fine. It'll be fine.
What's the name of your corporation? The key information.
Totally safe corp. Because no one's going to die. It's already kind of messy. It's a callback to last time I played this, where I was just completely swamped with, with junk and stuff. I don't know if the music is still playing from the...
from Necrodancer? Oh yeah, we got some double music.
Mixed vibes. I'm like, oh, Necrodancer and Titan. Like, that's some interesting vibes.
I wonder if they actually don't sound very similar, although, as people will know, they're both by Danny B.
So I've been setting up my city here. I've what have I done? I've basically cleared out a bunch of the ruins. I've scanned a bunch of them, and you can see some of them are red, which we'll get into in a little bit. They're the new addition to this patch. But first, I want to show you something cool that everyone's been asking for in the shipyard. So if we go inside, we can build a ship. Actually, I need to build a ship first, and then I'll be able to show you the new stuff. So while that's building, I can show you the new ruin things. So let's just pick I don't know, this one's kind of nice. I like the look of this one. So we'll start building. Yeah, blueprints coming. They're down here somewhere. We just got to wait until the hull gets built first. So while my workers are running around building stuff there, I can show you the other cool thing, which we're calling inert ruins. So when you survey a ruin, it has a chance to be an inert ruin, which is like a special kind of ruin that has some interesting attributes. So this one is pretty good. It's got it can store fuel, it can store energy, and it absorbs pollution. So that's actually pretty rare. That's a pretty good one. A lot of the other ones you can see here, this one stores a bit of fuel. So if I claim it and then activate it, I can actually turn it into a fuel tank where it'll store 5,000 fuel, which is quite a lot. If I go in here and look at one of my other fuel tanks, it's fine. It's a big mess in here, but it's fine. Where's my other fuel tank? Oh, it's in my HQ. So I can switch to my HQ with this little shortcut thing. Aha. Ah,
there we go.
Yeah. So in here we've got a fuel tank, and this only stores 100, right? It's a device, so it's relatively small. So getting one that's a ruin that stores, what is that, 5,000? Yeah.
So your head is kind of in the way of some of the ruin UI there.
I see it.
Yeah, so I asked Mal if we can move you over a little bit.
Yeah. And sometimes when I see other people streaming, they sort of pop their head here-ish, just shift it in between down here, in between the kind of box and the build menu. We've got to add a streamer mode, that's the thing. We've got to add a streamer mode so we have a nice area. I'll add that to the to-do list for the UI stuff. Okay, it's my hull.
The never-ending to-do list.
It looks like the hull's built now, so I can start filling stuff out in here. And we've got this new shiny button down here called Ship Blueprints. So I can't save anything right now because my ship is empty, but if we put down some stuff. Okay, so I'm going to put some pods here. And what else are we going to need? We're going to need some life support. I like making things nice and symmetrical.
Symmetrical?
I mean, I don't know. It's the hull is symmetrical, so I can throw this in being symmetrical too. We're going to need a fuel fab too. Yeah, put that there. That's my generator. It's sort of symmetrical. So now you can actually save this blueprint. We'll call it half-made thing. And so if this ship gets destroyed, or I want to build another one with this exact hull, I can just go in here and choose my blueprint and hit apply, and it will drop down all of these devices in this blueprint form for you to build, so you don't have to like painstakingly recreate the ship that you really like the layout of, and you've just Tetrised it. And you get 5 slots for each hull type, so hopefully that'll be enough. We can always like change it later if people want more. Yeah, and if you don't like it, you can always delete it or overwrite it. So yeah, hopefully that will make it easier to rebuild ships that you've lost, or to kind of that, and that's global, like across your account. So if you're playing a new playthrough and you want to reuse the layout that you made in like another playthrough, they should be there listed here for this particular hull. Yeah, so hopefully that's like a nice kind of quality of life thing that people will enjoy.
Yeah, I think people will definitely appreciate that. I saw one of our players saying that it's gonna cut down his number of hours a lot. But that's but it's a good thing that I'm doing things that they've already figured out.
Yeah, you don't want to do like the busy work stuff, right? Like you want to get to the fun blowing up stuff and bits and pieces. I'll see if this works. Okay. In the meantime, I think we can try and claim one of these, activate one of these ruins. So I think I have enough artifacts. Okay, yeah. So
we also have a question from Twitch chat from Gear J Ho. It says, I'm a bit curious. Will the ruins will ever be salvaged or demolished, or can be repurposed? So I think that's asking, like, if you've activated a ruin, can you do something else with it after?
Oh, the ones that you've activated, I'm not sure if we can do anything. You could probably destroy them, but I think it's kind of like it's like an investment, right? You're trying to decide, well, okay, do I want to get the resources now, or do I want to, like, maybe I'll won't get the resources, but I'll wait for a bit and activate it, or maybe I'll just destroy it and use the space. It's kind of like you have to make that tough decision and then stick with it. That's kind of what we want people to do. So now this is a fuel tank that stores 5,000 fuel, and it comes pre-filled. That's quite generous. So, like, I guess if you were running low on fuel, maybe you could convert this to an inert tank and then use the fuel that comes within it. That'd be cool.
Yeah, so, it does have a salvage, or that's a salvage at the bottom, right? Yeah, we can see what happens when you do that. I don't think it'll give you any resources, but
well, it did on the mouse over. It did seem to say it gives me like one. What is it? One minerals. Okay, so it gave me like a couple of minerals. Well, 12 minerals and 4
12
waste,
minerals.
So,
okay. Yeah. So you still get something.
Yeah, like if you've accidentally clicked on it. I mean, I kind of used my 3 artifacts, and then I've got some stuff out there. So, but all in the aim of illuminating what happens. Some of these are really cool. Like that's a massive battery. I really like this one that stores energy and fuel, and it absorbs pollution, which should be pretty cool.
Wow.
To my
that's all the yeah. So okay, let's see. We got some more questions. Kylaria says, how do the blueprints fare with using different types of resources if you're in manually selected tiers? We'll come back to that, but for now, if we're still talking about the ruins,
ruins.
Sorry, I got us all over the place. But Gears says again, was curious if you could repurpose it into factories or living space.
Right. Yeah, no, you go for it.
Oh, okay. So right now there are 3 things that inert ruins, when activated, can do, which is storing fuel, storing power, and the air purifier. But we do plan on adding new functionalities, things like an inert ruin that's a pylon, so that it'll like connect to your power grid, along with a whole bunch of other things, like maybe improving livability in the area, or as a fuel turbine, or a power generation. But I don't. So yeah, there will be inert ruins that do have functionality similar to other buildings, but I don't think there's any plans to have one like become a factory.
We kind of treat the factories as being like unique kind of spaces. It's something we haven't quite considered. I mean, maybe if it was like some kind of unique, I don't know. I think, as you said, right now it's like more kind of directly useful stuff without going inside them. Yeah. What else am I trying to make here? Where am I? I'm stuck. Okay, so I'm doing okay with fuel. I'm always like checking through, like, what am I low on? Okay, I'm low on isotopes. And that's because I haven't started refining my isotopes yet. I should probably clean up my waste as well at some point. It's always ends up like this.
We can also look at the employee management.
Oh yeah. So we can see like how many people are working, how many are idle. Okay, we're doing okay for like pay. We've currently getting 120 in the green for our credits, so we're doing okay for that. Although I think I've got a bunch of living space available because a bunch of my people died. I've only got 5 citizens out of 12, so I should probably just import some more. I should probably also clean up my air as well. Stop them all. Okay, yeah, that's my pollution view.
Old Smoky.
Oh, Smoky. Yeah, you can. Oh, you can rename all the buildings now. I forget if that was this patch or previous patch, but like, yeah, you can rename stuff. I just call
we know that especially when people are playing for the first time, a number of players have gotten a little confused looking at the employee tab. Like they might not even realize that they can do the reordering. So I think, yeah, Ben, you want to talk about how we're going to improve that?
Yeah, we're basically, so the employees are kind of grouped into 2 categories generally. Like there's ones that are doing full-time jobs, which would be people like when they're running your turrets. Currently there's nobody on here, but like this widget you see here, when you set it to 0 workers or 1 worker, they'll just sit there working forever. And then the other type of people are ones that are kind of doing more short-term like tasks that they can finish. So that might be picking something up, taking it somewhere, building something, destroying something, or surveying something. So those are in these group. So we're going to improve this next time, where all of these kind of permanent jobs are going to be also listed in here. So currently people have the problem where like they say, oh, I've got 9 employees, but stuff's running really slow. Why is that? And currently with this, you can see 5 of my employees are working full-time jobs. So that's this kind of like running the smokestack, running the power plant. So only 4 of my people are actually running around processing things, like doing ruins, dealing with ruins, building and stuff. So, whoops. Yeah, hopefully by listing those jobs, those like full-time jobs more clearly up here, we're going to make it clearer when people are like running low on available workers to run around. And I think if I assign everybody to, I forget if that made this in this patch or not, but like if you assign everybody to be full-time jobs, so you have nobody running around like doing these short-term tasks, it will warn you and say like, hey, you don't have anybody to like do construction or do surveying. Like you might want to free some people up so they can actually help. You can also change the priority of these. So this is my group of dismantle tasks. Say I wanted to make cleaning waste really important because I've got like 108 jobs in here. I can make a new category and call it like do this now, and I could just drag it to the top of the group. Oops, that was the cleanup one. Well, that's kind of the same thing, but like if I could drag that one to the top and put clean waste in there, I'll drag this one back to the bottom. So now this is really important. So all of the workers will fill up this task first, like all of my spare people will be running around in here cleaning up the waste first. So you're seeing them probably taking waste from here. Oh yeah, they're taking waste from here and putting it in the smokestack to get burned. Prioritizing filling over processing. Oh, okay. Yeah, so they're filling up. Yeah, so that's like what you can do with the kind of like prioritization thing. You can also just change this number. So we can also let you set a dedicated number of employees. So you could say, okay, I want to always have one person just in the background, like doing waste stuff. Like I can keep it low priority. So these other things will be more important for like the general purpose workers, but I want someone to, background process this. This is kind of what I like doing. I like putting 1 or 2 people in here, but then you have to be careful that you haven't put too many in here because then they won't be running around building stuff. So yeah, that's kind of an overview of all the. We're trying to give people like a lot of different like buttons and knobs and stuff they can do because everyone has different preferences for how they like doing these. Some people like making their own custom categories. Some people like, doing this kind of thing with minimum number of workers. This is the thing where the problem is if you put people in here and there's no actual jobs for them to do, they're just going to sit around and wait for a supply smokestack job. Yeah.
Yeah. So, we have a few more questions about ruins, and then we can go back to Kalaria's question about the blueprints.
Sure.
So, yeah, just I think people just want to see more different kinds of ruins. Dacre says that suggesting an old inert defensive structure, maybe when you activate it and becomes some kind of defensive tower.
That'd be cool. That would be cool. I don't know if we've yeah, we haven't done that yet, but like it's certainly with something we've got like a Google Sheet doc of like all these different ideas that everyone in the team has been throwing around, and like that's come up. Like people want cool laser stuff. There's a case of like when we would get to it, so that would be yeah. We're not sure yet. It's a super cool idea though. We definitely want that.
Yeah, it's in general the process is usually to like set up the system first with a few options within it. So like for these ruins, there's only 3 different functionalities they have. But then since now the ruin system is set up, like now and people understand that we've got this inert ruin thing going on that you can activate, then over time, then we can add more, and it's easier since the system's already there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's always like tricky to do something like from scratch, and then but adding to it is usually a lot easier, right? Like that was what we've been doing this month, is adding the whole system to allow you to have ruins you can customize and like add all these kind of cool graphic-y bits on it to show that it's full of fuel. And like when you run low on fuel, I think these get lower, and yeah, nice little visual polish stuff like that. So now is this absorbing air? Ooh, it's removing pollution.
Wow.
It's also removing Cethane, but that's fine.
Yep.
That's fine too.
And Gear says that I think it would be sweet to get, or if whatever you could make would outdo the ruins, because we are a cyberpunk megacorp and we got to find the edge over everyone. So I think that kind of touches on what the ruins were and like the lore behind that, which it's not exactly in the game yet, but it's something that you will see in the future. Yeah, where even in the next few months there will be updates that definitely explore a lot more into the history of the former civilization on Titan.
Yeah, it's kind of like,
yeah.
is the former civilization like, were they higher tech than us? Like if we use their ruins, are there it's kind of the sci-fi like that where you find these ancient relics and it's like forgotten technology versus the stuff that we can make now. Maybe we can merge our tech with theirs to make it like even more powerful. So we're gonna hopefully explore some of those ideas, I think. More population just unwittingly coming into my big mess that I've got here. This is where you'll be living. Like, it's fine.
Nah, isn't that bad of a mess?
Well, upstairs is actually reasonable. Okay, there we go. Floor 2 is fine. Okay.
Let's see. So Brandon in YouTube chat asks, any plans to add a faction that isn't evil?
Oh, that would be nice. I mean, it's currently like you're the evil people, and there's the rebels who are like kind of trying to be a bit more independent, and they're kind of the good guys, aren't they? I don't know. We've thought about adding that. Yeah, like could you play as the rebels? Could you play as a good company? I don't know. That's a good idea. It's a good question. I don't know if we.
But I think the other factions, like they have different sets of values and are not as straight up as like you're just a corporation that's showing up that's going to that's only there for profit.
Yeah, I think we've got some like world building stuff that people have been working on about what are the motivations behind the other corporations, like what are they interested in. But I'm just panic like trying to staff this turret, so when the wave of rebels come in.
Oh
yeah.
Did the stream computer crash?
I think
or
did. What has happened? Hello, stream computer?
This happens.
It does?
It's not the game. It's the stream computer, I believe, right?
Oh.
Yeah, it's restarting. Sorry.
Okay.
Oh, look at that.
Beautiful.
Is that a badger?
What was that? I gotta see that.
This yeah, there's definitely a lot more room for optimization as there always is in pretty much any game, but that was not the game crashing. That was the like we have the game running on one computer, and then there's a different computer that's doing the streaming.
Yeah.
And yeah, the computer that's doing the streaming that's like that's capturing from a separate computer is the one that crashed. So the game doesn't crash very often.
It certainly doesn't
think.
crash your computer. Like that never happens. Like that's just some hardware issue on our side.
Yeah, I've never.
I don't think I kicked it. I'm wondering, like, did I kick it? I don't think so.
Yeah, the stream computer has been acting up sometimes.
Well, let's test the quick save, the auto save functionality then, because it should have saved pretty frequently. I think it saves pretty frequently. We shouldn't have lost too much.
Okay, we can head back to Kylaria's question while we're here.
Yeah.
Sorry, Kylaria. Thank you for asking and being here as always, and for yeah, always supporting us. But they asked, how do the blueprints fare with using different types of resources if you're using the manually selected tiers? Yeah, good question.
Yeah. Well, how to describe it? Like, I think it should do what you would expect in that, like, if you've got certain, like, specific resource selected, it should, like, only build or try and build based on that resource you have selected. So, like, if you try and do minerals 3, it will only try and build using those. So it's only using minerals 3. If you try to apply this blueprint, like, there's also devices in here, so I can't apply it, but, like, it should only use the ones that you've chosen, right? Ooh, if I select this and it doesn't. Oh, bug. Oh, I found a bug. Cool. I'm finding all the bugs today.
Submit the bug
yeah.
report.
Oh yeah, I should just send a bug report to myself. Like, fix this game. Like, come on. Yeah, so basically, yeah, it should work kind of like as if you'd manually, you know, place them all down in the same way, like by clicking on these, it should do the same thing, basically. I hope that answers your question. What else was I trying to do here? I could save this and go and show off some of the nice other colored stuff, like the other what do you call it, maps? What do you think? Should I do that?
Sure, yeah.
We got.
And Brandon, no problem. If you got any other questions, just ask, and we'll try our best to answer.
So this is setting up a new game. So these are the ones that have.
I like the UI here, with like the little icons on the planet. They add flavor.
You can click those. Andy wanted those. Andy was very clear. Like, you got to have like places on the world that you can click. Okay, I don't know what people prefer. So we've got some normal resources, no lakes. So this is like a hot area. There's no rain or snow. It's kind of like a wetlands.
Let's read out the text.
Oh yeah, I should do that. Yeah, I'm not. Tranquil Trailblazing is like a kind of a wet area. There's like a lot of lakes and there's lots of rain. Rugged Adventure is really snowy, so there's like just rocks and stuff everywhere. This is like probably like playing on hard mode, I guess, because there's a lot of there's a lot of rocks, not a lot of resources. This is, I guess, easier, like because you have a lot more resources, Ruthless Opportunity, but there's heavy rain and snow. Kind of like the wetlands are kind of fun. This looks pretty nice. Should I do a difficult one? What should we do? Any preference?
Oh, don't do the difficult one. I did that on stream before, and it was not a good time.
Okay.
Like spending so much time thinking about how to save your city.
Okay. Okay, so I guess I'll go hot or the wetlands one. What's this one? Low rocks. Oh, okay. Ooh, this one has loads of crevices. That sounds good. Although we don't have any rain or snow. Let's do this one. It's like it's got to be like very cyberpunky if it's going to have loads of rain in it. I like making this face one. What should we do? Rainy something. Uh-oh. Something. Okay.
Yeah, we have the question: will water in general and lakes and such be interactable in some way?
I don't know. People have talked about. We've talked in the company in the team about like bridges and stuff. I'm still not quite sure where we are on that. They've talked about like maybe you could dump things into the water and pollute it, but it's a way to get rid of your waste. I don't know. There's a lot of ideas we have. This is a case of deciding which one. That's the tricky thing. It's like, which one do we want most out of these things? Because yeah, there's sometimes you're like, I really want to build like a bridge across here. I think if I build a ruin here, a mine here, I should still be able to mine that node, even though it's like on its own out here.
Yep.
Ooh, this is like totally different feel. It's all green. This is quite pretty. Okay. I'm allowed to say that about a game I worked on. That's not okay. You're not allowed to like say you like your in game.
No, you're allowed to say that.
Okay. Let's start some surveying. So let's see what goodies we've got. Okay. Ooh. Do I want to salvage this or get a bunch of waste with it? Ooh, this one's
this looks really good.
An inactive ruin. Ooh, absorbs pollution. This could be kind of useful to have right at the center of my building, my corporation.
Gotta watch out for the zethane, though.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. Where am I going to be getting my zethane from? Over here? Let's check my zethane view. Okay, I guess I'm going south then for zethane. This is sort of the north side. I guess if I build down here, I could do okay. I can't really afford it anyway, so I guess it's kind of a moot point. But okay, let's start getting some resources. Okay, where else can we get?
Yeah, the vibe is so different. Just with this different LUT.
Yeah. Oh, I can turn off the zethane view. There we go. That's more normal of what it's supposed to look like. Okay.
Yeah, or the other one also looks really cool. Like the fact that each of the overlays still look like they all still look fine and then are readable. That's a big challenge. In general, the game has so much going on that in each of the overlays that it's a challenge to get things readable, especially when we've got like these where everything is colored differently too.
There's so many different layers. There's like all the views. There's day-night cycle. There's like pollution and different kinds of rain and weather, and it's a lot to try and balance it. So sometimes we'll try something new and be like, oh, when it snows, it doesn't work. It's like, okay, we're gonna like tweak it again, try and work out. Okay.
Mel says this one reminds Mel of Beach Hell, their stream with Matt, like at Steam Early Access launch week.
Oh, Beach Hell.
Yeah.
It was just like all like near the water and stuff and nowhere to build.
Yeah, there was nowhere to build. They called it, yeah.
Ooh, what's this one do? Ooh, this does a bunch of energy. That's useful. I haven't found many ruins yet. Many what do you call it? Inert ruins. Yeah, I guess if I keep surveying further out, I might find some.
Yeah, the inert ruins, before they're activated, they remind me of like a club.
Because it's all red, you're like, ooh, like it's like, yeah, you want to go there.
It's like neon pink lights that are like pulsing.
Okay, we're gonna need some power. I could try going straight for. I always just build a factory and try to get my what do you call it? My processing going. I wonder if I could try and fit it in here.
Yeah, that's right, Kylaria. that was the music of the former civilization on Titan.
I love them, like the idea of just discovering like this music thing. Like, what is it? You find it and it's like, wow, this is really terrible. Like, oh, this ancient civilization, they were geniuses, but they just had really bad taste in music. Let's get some money going.
That's like in Fire Emblem Three Houses, which very minor spoilers, but you get to in one of the paths, you get to the end of the game, and for some reason, this like game that's been medieval fantasy the whole time has dubstep music on this one level.
Ooh, more artifacts that could be useful. Okay, so I'm gonna need artifacts if I want to activate these. I always find it really tricky with artifacts because it's like one of the few things you don't get like enough of. So I'm like, oh, do I want more workers? Now I have to decide, do I want to activate these as well? It's like, It's,
Especially early on, yeah.
yeah, so you don't have enough. Like, I guess I technically don't need this to absorb pollution, and I don't need energy storage, but I don't want to get rid of these yet because they're going to be useful eventually. Like 13k storage, that's like a bunch of batteries. Be really useful.
Yeah, that's a lot. And the fact that you start with it, like they come full. That's huge.
Yeah, I could just keep expanding out and trying to get more and more of these batteries and just never bother building any electric stuff, like power stuff. That'll be fine.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's speed this up a little bit. Oh, I also have to unlock my spaceport migrations. I've got to save up some artifacts for that first. Okay. Ooh. Oh, but it's got so many minerals. Okay, fine. Fine.
The inert ruin before it's activated also reminds me of a popsicle.
Because of the color, like, yeah, it's a very, was it forbidden food or whatever that's called, forbidden snacks, where it's like it looks too delicious. Okay, let's get some processing going. I was like doing these earlier because it's just you get so many resources once you start getting going with them.
Yeah, now I'm just thinking about a popsicle. In this hot summer times in the Pacific Northwest.
I'm not used to it. That's the thing. It's like, oh, what's this temperature? Oh, that's not going to connect. I don't want that one.
Uh-oh. Nope.
Okay, output module. Oh no, I wanted it pointing towards my thing. Ah. Oh well, I'll live. It's fine. I'll have waste here. There we go. The waste can go straight in here. I'll just make sure I store minerals in here. There we go. Then the minerals can go in here. It's going to be so efficient. Like that. Like that. And we'll put an energy bridge so we can connect to outside. Okay. Oh, but I haven't put a relay outside yet, so this won't connect to the other one. Whoops.
Hey,
Yeah,
it's Adrenaline Seed in the Steam chat. Hello.
Hello.
They suggest a mineral refinery, which
Ooh, that would be nice. Like as a thing to build.
Oh, I think he meant just like in your factory.
Mineral refinery. That's what I'm doing right now, aren't I? Got to put down a
I
processor.
might have been late looking at this message.
Because if they before then, yes, genius. That's exactly what I wanted to do too.
Yeah.
Oh, I need an employee module. Okay, let's forget that. Where's my employee module? Okay.
Yeah.
There we go.
Okay. Yeah. They say yes. You were already building one.
Great minds think alike. That's good. Okay, so now I should be getting a bunch more minerals. I probably need some.
And I want.
Yeah. Sorry. What were you gonna say?
Oh, I just want to also shout out Adrenaline Seed on the Steam forums for helping out a lot of new players, answering questions and such.
Thanks.
Yeah, I've seen you there, and very, very, very helpful.
Awesome.
So thank you for that. We all appreciate people who are helping out other players.
Sometimes, yeah, it's great when you like look at it and you're like, oh, I need to help that person. You're like, oh, someone's already done it. That's very helpful. Like it helps create such a nice community as well. Like the fact that you can come along and someone will help you out. It's really nice. Okay, if I make my smokestack right here, then I could absorb the pollution straight next to it. That'll be perfect. Okay, need some people because I'm gonna start running out of money soon. It's always like a race for me to try and like get my population up and running before I run out of money. Do we want to upgrade this? Oh, I don't have enough ice. Whoa, that takes quite a lot of isotopes. Okay. Okay, so if that's going to be making pollution, I could make a kind of living space over here. There we go. It's always like such a balance where you're like, oh, I want to just go straight to buildings, but I can't do it yet. I have to like, I'll fix that. I have to like, you have to make do with what you can until you get enough space for enough money to unlock all the different kinds of buildings and get enough resources to deal with them.
Mhm. We got some nice comments. Felipe and Lima in the YouTube chat says the best city builder I've ever played.
Oh,
So congrats,
very
Ben
generous.
and team.
Thank you. That's really generous.
And Adrenaline Seed says, thanks for making the game. It has become my coffee wake up companion over the last month.
Oh, that's nice. You just like wake up, you like have a coffee and a bit of like corporate dystopia. Like it's a good way to start your day. I like it. Okay, this is going to be my really like idyllic habitat pod area where everyone's just going to live in these little bunkers. There's going to be a bunch of like mess everywhere pretty soon. Okay. Why make them always make them face inwards like this rather than facing outwards? I don't know why. Just like making these horrible little corridors that they all go down. I guess I could make them all face outwards, but I don't know.
Yeah, then there'd be a corridor in the middle.
Yeah.
It's a lot more efficient when you face outwards.
Oh, well, okay, done. Can I put in the corners then? Man, I'm no good at this game, honestly. Okay, energy bridge. There we go. I should have made them face outwards then. Okay. I get
That's
more
okay.
habitat pods. But it'll look nice and even. Look, it'll get like a perfectly... There we go. It's going to be like perfectly... It will look beautiful, but it'll be really inefficient. I don't even need to put an energy bridge there. Okay. There we go. And they've got all this wasted space up the top. What do I want to do here? Ooh, I could make it... I could connect onto another one. How are we doing for Rebel Threat? No, not too bad. We've still got quite a while yet. I always get, like, you know, stuck with these where I'm like, I don't... Which one do I want to do? I just get, like... What do you call it? Choice paralysis. Where I'm like, which one?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well I have to do artifacts there, that makes sense. I really want more resources. So,
Same.
yeah. It's so relatable, I really want more resources.
I wish I had more stuff.
Because that's the relatable bit of like being a huge corporation is you're just like, I want things. Like that's the human part of it. Ooh, I can survey all these as well. Oh, there's a bunch I haven't surveyed over here. One day we'll make a survey all button, maybe, or like you could like drag select or something. Oh, I have so
Yeah,
many
drag
dreams.
select. Yeah.
Multi-select is like my pipe dream. It's yeah, I should have done it. That's tricky. Like, okay, so what happens if you select a ruin and a factory? What do you show in the bottom right? Like, I gotta do it. When I get a staff of like 4 other employees, then I'll then I can get them to do it. Then that'll work. Okay, let's connect these. I like having big factories. You just don't have to worry about Tetrising in because you've seen how space inefficient I am. I always just need double factories every time. I could just learn how to use the space efficiently, but sorry, what were you gonna say?
Oh, I was just gonna say it's impressive to see the folks post their screenshots of their very efficient factories, like everything crammed in on the subreddit or in Steam, the Discord.
It's amazing. Yeah, when we see those like passing around in the office, and we're like, oh, wait, how did they? Oh, they Tetris did it in that way. Oh, it's wild.
Tetris.
Okay.
I always think back to. Oh yeah, no, you go.
No, I was just gonna say, okay, now I need actually to have some power to to keep all this stuff online. Unlock. Oh, I'm not gonna be able to afford it, am I?
They do need power.
They do need power. And I see things down here. Could do that. Sorry, yeah, what were you gonna say?
I just anytime I think of Tetris, I think of I did this escape room with friends and we're like near the end of the escape room. We're all being frantic, trying to like do all the puzzles to solve it, trying to make it in time. We unlock this cabinet. It opens up, and there's all these pieces that need to be fit into like a puzzle. And we all say in unison, "It's Tetris!" And then we start singing, like everyone just like dancing and saying, "Dun, dun, 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 dun." Which is definitely the most efficient use of our time to get the high score on the escape room. But
It's
that was
motivational.
in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm
Like
gonna be
6 people just singing the song on cue.
Tetris. I mean, I wonder how long Tetris is gonna last. Like, it's like, we have all these games that get invented and just stick around for the centuries, like chess and Go. There's going to be like the year 3000, and people are like, oh yes, the ancient game of Tetris, and it just never dies out because it's just still fun. Like you're floating around in space or whatever, but you're like, oh, I'll have a game of Tetris. That's kind of fun still. Okay,
That is
now,
the future to live in.
this is my janky way of getting fuel. I'm just going to put this factory next to a sinkhole, and then I can rename it a fuel turbine, and then that's just as good as like unlocking a fuel turbine. And so I don't have the minerals. I need to get more minerals. I should probably just like claim these and go that way. Ooh. Aha! That's good. I could go up there. Polar opposite direction. But I could go over there eventually.
You might even be able to reach it if you upgrade a mine enough. But yeah, it's gonna take a lot of resources
Right there.
to do that.
I'm tempted to do that though. I forget what the range is on these. Production. Okay. I need to unlock that. I do need to unlock the mine anyway if I want to get these isotopes. Oh, but I can't afford it. I always do that. I'm like, yes, I'll unlock it. And it's like, well, yeah, but you can't. You still need minerals to get it. Okay, let's get some of these minerals then.
Hey, odd, crazy stuff. Yeah, I guess you could call this a preview, although the new update is out as of this a few hours ago, so you can play the new update right now. Right now, we are just starting this new game on one of the new environmental areas, which you can see why the game looks so green.
We've got the new things in the game are these ruins that you can activate for like special effects. So this one absorbs pollution. I found another one. This one stores 15k energy. 30k. Yeah, and we got blueprints into the shipyard as well. So now you can like save the layout of your ships. I'm just gonna rename this fuel turbine. Just can I do winky face?
You don't forget.
Winky face. There we go. It's totally it. So the preview today is technically just a view. Yeah, that's it's a view. Okay. Oh, I don't have enough fuel. Need more fuel turbines. More fuel turbines.
Yep, and yeah, today's not a preview; it's a view because normally we stream on Mondays at the same time, between 1 and 3 Pacific time, or 4 to 6 Eastern. But this week there was a holiday in Canada, or at least in our province and other parts of Canada, on Monday. So that's why we're on Tuesday. But we will be around next week on Monday with a Necrodancer stream.
Okay, so I have enough energy. Almost got enough fuel. Okay. Okay, well, it's going along better. I'm getting some more. Oh, I could convert into level 3 minerals, and those are worth even more. Do I have space in here? Oh yeah, that's my that's my completely uninhabited citizen spot. Oh, because I'm like almost out of money. Oh, okay, this is okay. Oh, I've got like barely enough power. That's why it's fluctuating like this. Whoops. Okay, I need to get more fuel. What were you gonna say?
I see. I was gonna say if any of those inert ruins have additional stored power, then you might not even need to.
So if I
at least for a bit.
Yeah, I need slightly more influence to be able to afford them. What's going on? Oh no, I thought the population were just. Oh, they are. Are they just... They don't know where to go because they keep running out of power, and they're like, "I'll go home." No, I won't. Where will I go? Oh, my bed just went offline. I'm getting confused.
One thing that you can do is you can turn off things like your yeah, depending on whether it's needed at the time. I always like watching System Chalk and how he turns off his monetization pods at nighttime when people are sleeping.
That's smart. Oh, that's smart. Ah. Okay, so if this keeps going offline, I need to do more fuel. How much are these sucking out? Okay, there's still quite a lot of ethane. I think if I put down another one, I'm not going to be doing too badly.
Yeah, Felipe Lima says the fuel turbine already gives a nice jump start. One of the first things I built. Yeah, actually, I'm really curious to hear what are people's build orders. And have people been playing, or people in chat, have you been playing or trying the time contract mode on the leaderboards? I want to know about that. We have, I guess, like build order also depends on like what resources you have around you. But I think in like this very early game, if you're always playing if you play on the same like map layout or the same map type, then you can kind of do a similar build order at the very beginning. And then things like mines or other kinds of buildings, you could probably change depending on what you see. Or smokestacks, etc.
I'm putting down an L2 processor here so I can process all of my level 2 minerals there. So I've got 160 of them. Well, 160 units worth of them. So then I will have lots more money for building stuff.
Yeah, you could have like almost 1,000 if you process them again.
Oh yeah. I should do that.
Yeah, okay. Odd Crazy Stuff asks, are inert ruins just cheaper versions of the buildings? So, inert ruins are so right now or before today, when you surveyed a ruin, you could either take the artifacts, or you could destroy it, or you could get the minerals, isotopes, and waste. So you had that like three-pronged decision, and now there's a potential for a fourth option where the ruin has a chance of being an inert ruin, and then instead of picking the resources from it, then you can activate it. It will cost artifacts, and then it becomes a unique building.
Yeah, so I'm activating this one, and it should become a big old battery, effectively. Woo!
Yeah. So now it's called an inert battery, and the specifics of each of the like what stats that the inert building will have are like it can be, there's a range of what they can be, and they can also have secondary effects where it can have like some elements of being a battery, some elements of being a fuel silo, etc.
I think I'm running out of storage space. I think I probably need to start burning burning some of this waste. It's my usual thing of just like ignore the waste problem until it's like really bad. Oh,
my solution for waste usually is to put waste receptacles and like all the corners that I like haven't used in my factories.
I got work. Oh my god, how am I doing with here?
Very temporary solutions.
Yeah, these ones are full. What are we doing here?
Yeah, so since they cost artifacts, and also the fact that you can't just like build one, you have to find a ruin that can be activated. It's hard to say whether they're actually cheaper. So did we get more artifacts, or do we have to decide between inert ruins or employees? Currently, you don't get more artifacts, but there will be some new ways to get more artifacts soon. And adrenaline seeds. Oh yeah, I want to see this build order here. Okay, so I rush fuel power. Okay, fuel power turret buildings. then storage and waste burning, then housing and offices, then shipyard. No storage buildings, just use inert ruins. Yeah, I don't like using storage buildings either.
Oh.
I'd say mine is kind of similar to my build order.
I always love the storage buildings, but like I guess yeah, I can see how it's more efficient if you put them nearer where they need to be inside buildings, and you can you don't have to bother unlocking them.
Although they did say I just use inert ruins, which yeah, now that there are inert ruins, they're like really powerful, and you probably don't even need to build, or you might not need to build batteries and fuel silos.
Mm-hmm. Waiting for resources. What's going on here?
Felipe Lima says that they rush on game start and the rebels too. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I would like to see how fast people can defeat the rebels. I should go check out what's on the leaderboard right now, see what kind of scores they have.
Mm-hmm.
And Crazy Stuff says storage and smokestack and road. It's a bit storage plus smokestack plus road, a bit costly, but speeds things up.
I never get roads are fast, right? Like, so I should get to those sooner. But that's the problem. There's like so many things I want to do. I'm like pulled equally in all the different directions. I'm like, I want roads, but wait, I also want this. But wait, I want this other thing.
Yep, that's how Industries of Titan works. I like to power all my income off 16 people and trade tickets until I can open up offices and housing. Yeah, interesting that you have housing and offices like as your perhaps like third set of priorities. Yeah, I remember the last time I played, which was before Inert Ruins. Before Inert Ruins came out, I was basically already done by the time I built housing and offices because I was like seeing how quickly I could do it with mostly using just factories, which was a good time. So I had lots of these kinds of factories here where they're like full of habitat pods and monetization stations.
Oh yeah, we got this now as well. All or none. Yay.
Oh yeah, I want to talk about that, Ben.
I mean, it's like a small thing, but I'm gonna add to it in the future. But yeah, currently it's like, okay, well, if you want to click all or none, it'll select all of those. I know a lot of people, they also want stuff like, okay, I want to make it easier to apply these settings across multiple storage containers. So I want to I'm going to add a shortcut to like copy the filter settings of this container and then paste the filter settings of this container, so you can do it on certain ones. And then also apply all, which is probably a little bit dangerous because if you could like set the settings and then apply it to like everything. Yeah, it's a balance between like adding too many features and just making sure that there's a core set of features that people understand and work well. Because like if you do apply all, does it apply to all storage containers of this size or all of them? Does it apply to buildings? Yeah, it has to be something that makes sense to people. The copy paste one I think is sensible. If people have other requests for like storage related stuff, like, oh, I wish I could do blah, for like just, I'm always doing, this with storage containers. I'm always interested to hear people's like workflow problems, because Titan's almost like a management, well, it's a management game. So it's like management software, right? You want to be able to do the cool thing you want to do in a more efficient way. So I'm always interested in trying to like, in hearing those and helping people out with those. So yeah, let me know.
Oh, nice. We have some more people on Twitch mentioning what their orders are, or what they'd like to build early on. Calaria says on their headquarters first floor, they do a large storage, medium turbine, medium generator, one habitat pod, one monetization, and eventually one converter.
Speaking of which, I think I need more converters because I'm doing okay with money. Well, barely. But I need my population. I've got my workers here, and I was saying earlier, like, this shows you there's only 3 people actually running around doing things. 5 of them are on full-time jobs. Should be like the the fuel. The energy plant, and like the converters and stuff. What do you call it? Processors and stuff. So I need to make some more workers so they can actually run around and do other things.
Yeah. Looks like you do need a few more. You could probably put some more habitat pods in that in that factory that you had that had other habitat pods.
Why aren't these guys working?
And maybe
Oh,
also
it's leisure
monetization stations.
Always like, why is nobody working? Get back to work. And it's like, oh, it's leisure time. It's 4 p.m. to 2 a.m. I guess they did work from 8 until 4. I could do a conversion capsule here, and then I can start converting people. I guess what you were saying, it should be nearer the place my people are. It'd be quicker.
Oh, if you wanted a conversion capsule, I was gonna suggest a few more habitat pods in here, but
The thing is, they're not really doing a lot. I need to build more monetization stations.
Yeah, I guess monetization stations. Yeah, that's a good idea.
So I have. Oh, okay. Let's do conversion capsule.
Okay. Yeah, thanks for stopping by, Adrenaline Seed. Back to real work.
Okay, I'm gonna try your strategy of like making things face outwards. Oops.
Yeah, outwards. Yeah, let's see. And hello, William Ganes in YouTube chat. Hello.
Hello.
One of the Sarconic says one of the reasons I build storage buildings is so I don't have to go through 100 storage containers and change all of the settings. That is fair.
Oops. Okay. Oh, that was the other one I was thinking of doing, is like setting a defaults thing. So you could say if you set up some settings where you're like, okay, this, and then you could have like set to defaults. So like whenever you build a new one, it will automatically apply these settings. I think that's it. I don't want to like have 20 buttons down here because it's like too much. But if people can, yeah, maybe that will help people. You can always add like some more if people like have other requests after that. They're like, oh, I wish I had a blah, or I never use this button. And then I can get rid of it.
Yeah, let us know, and then we'll take that into consideration and try to prioritize. Like the ship blueprints, that was something that got pushed up on the prioritization because so many people were asking.
Everyone wanted that, and yeah, justifiably. Like when your stuff gets blown up, you want to be able to like, I want to rebuild one more of that. Like that was cool. I want that layout again. I want that on my other playthroughs. So yeah, you can do that.
Janaton says the upgrade unit for minerals and isotopes has a capital I to a lowercase I on the top. Is that pure cosmetic, or do you really need to have input and output stations on those sides? I'm not sure. Do you have an idea what that means?
Input, output. Let's go to my converty place. Which one was that? I should really name these. Okay, I've never named this before I forget. This is people, and this is resources. Okay, so capital I. So there's these just show you where it's going. This is like the input.
Oh,
which one's talking about?
Okay, I see. Yeah,
One to
Kylaria
two,
says it's
2 to
cosmetic.
3.
Yeah, it doesn't have to go in that direction.
Yes.
Okay.
No, we've heard other people, think about that before. Like, do you have to put the inputs sort of on this end, and then the outputs over here? No, it's cosmetic. These are all little individual like connecty bits that you can kind of connect as you will. I actually have kind of put the inputs near the two. Well, this one, the output is near the other end, so I guess that proves that it is.
That one's opposite. Yeah.
Opposite. So yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Adrenaline sees says copy of I think he's saying, or they're saying, copying a storage container should copy its filter.
Oh, when you do this thing, that's a good point. Yeah, rather than it going to defaults, that's a good point. Because when you do this, yeah, I think that's a good idea. I'm gonna write that down. Write that down 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Copy.
Thank you for the suggestion. It's being written down right now. Let's see. Crazy Stuff says, I skip storage for waste other than one storage building. Storage bins inside factories don't seem to be emptied. Personally, I just keep on building storage waste receptacles. Okay.
Okay. So
And,
I did build a mine here, and it can't quite reach there, so I'm going to upgrade it so I can actually
Yeah.
get it to reach over there. I just need to get
Well,
some
that's
more.
actually 4.
steps.
Yeah, that's pretty far. I thought it would, but hopefully.
Yeah. If I show you the, I can't even select it. But yeah, here it would connect. So if I hopefully upgrade this by 1, it will
1, yeah.
actually connect.
Okay.
How are we doing? Probably want to start upgrading my isotopes as well. Okay.
Yeah, and if you ever, Jen and Tan, if you ever have any questions like that, you can always ask. The Discord is probably the fastest place for people to reply, or in the Steam forums, or on our subreddit, which is r/Industries of Titan with no spaces or underscores. Any of those places you can ask questions, and yeah, people in the community or the devs ourselves will come in and answer. Crazy stuff. You're saying, speaking of, wish that was visible when placing it, like placing things the correct way. It's kind of like that, right? Like
Placing which
like, you
ones?
know, it's red when it doesn't work.
Oh, like this?
So it does? I think so.
I mean, yeah, it goes red here, but it depends on which one in, like, what stuff you mean. Wish that it was visible when placing it.
I think that comment came when we were talking about the direction of the icons.
Oh,
The cosmetic direction.
that's true. Like, this technically won't do anything because it's not actually connected to anything. It's technically a valid placement, but I see what you mean. You're like, well, you could place this, but it's not going to do anything. Yeah, we did talk about that. Like, the difference between this will do something, this won't. But it's not quite the same as, like, you physically can't build here.
I see. Yeah.
We've talked about that. Like, how do we communicate that, like, because some people like putting down their input modules before their processors. I always do it this way, but like
the plug becomes a little like, you can see it turns green actually when it's connected there. But
oh yeah, that's a bit subtle. I'm not colorblind in that with that. Maybe we can make that a bit more obvious. Like, it's like kind of off white and then green.
Yeah, that can be more obvious.
It's a bit more red there. Ooh, it's like more orangey red.
Oh, orange. Yeah, actually, I never tried that one.
Okay, this is interesting.
Yeah, it does turn green. That's the one that I was thinking of. But yeah, it's not very clear.
Could totally bump that up. Good idea. Okay. So the
and
oh, I don't have an output module. That's why it's stuck. Oh, it's not complaining there. Okay. Anyway, let's make an output module. Okay. Now I should be getting these upgraded, so they should be worth a bit more. And these are worth way more. Great.
Would you want a arrow that shows that shows like the direction of the conveyor belt? Is that the request, or
what is that? Cruising the process into the direction of the camera's facing. Oh. I know what you mean, like where it comes from to where it goes, because it isn't quite a conveyor belt. It's like a separate module that has one kind of input square. So let me go back out. These are good ideas. So that's the wrong one. Okay, let's use a shortcut. Resources. Okay. So yeah, when you're placing the input one, I see what you mean. Like, it technically goes from the bottom left where those two arrows are to where the plug is. It is technically kind of like a conveyor belt, right? Like it's here. But yeah, we've always thought about it as like the person can enter and exit where the arrow is, kind of like with the other buildings, like the habitat pod. And then the plug is like, okay, you have to connect it to the processor here. But that's kind of a good point. It does go kind of into the process. It does go into the processor that way. That's really interesting. Like, I always love talking to the players because they always have like new ideas, that stuff you haven't quite thought of or seen the game in that way before.
Oh, okay. Well, they're saying they're still referring to the arrow, like the 1 to 2 icon on top of the processor itself, and then
Oh.
before you place it, like the hologram doesn't show the arrow.
Okay. Yeah, because
Oh,
it just has
I
a
guess
square.
because it doesn't matter. the, the
Yeah, it doesn't technically doesn't matter which way it's gonna render. But I guess if you care about that, like if you want to have it so it looks correct, then yeah.
I
We
see.
don't want to
Okay.
confuse players because it is. Yeah, it's something like how do you show that it goes from 2 to 3 without like implying a direction?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like this kind of like really specific stuff is stuff that we talk about at work all day, where we're just like, how do we need to like make it clear, but without we don't want to confuse players. We want to make it so it's like really clear, but not too obnoxious. Okay, where are all my minerals going? My isotopes.
Yeah, Felipe Lima says that they would love to fight for territory with friends, would ever be possible.
Is that the dreaded multiplayer word?
Yeah. Well, multiplayer would be so cool. I completely agree. It would be so cool. But
we're a small team. We're like what less than 10 people. We're like five or six core team and other people. So like yeah, multiplayer is not going to be very soon. Don't say multiplayer, Calaria. No, this is like I have nightmares about people saying, "Please, multiplayer, please."
yeah, multiplayer would be very cool, but yeah, unfortunately,
Multiplayer is hard. I mean, if you do it from like day one and it's like the focus of the game, there's some games that live and die on multiplayer. But yeah, we've always tried to like make it like a really really good single player game. So they're trying to pivot now and also support multiplayer. It's I want to see my kid. I like I like going home at weekends. Okay, let's get some more workers.
yeah.
I love how this purple guy is supposed to wade through the waste outside your building and then get converted into a zombie. It's like cool. The last thing you see.
Their animation of throwing up every time, that's the one that gets me.
She's like,
Man, can you imagine? Like, legit, someone just threw up this huge thing, and like their bodily fluids are all around this machine, and then you're walking, like, wading through the gross stuff from their fluids, walking to the same machine.
Yeah.
Hasn't even been cleaned yet.
Like, what happened here? It's like, no, this is fine. You sure this is safe? Just wade through all of that, sick. It's fine. Now I've got some more space for citizens. Isn't that great?
So it does seem like there are some people who do care about the aesthetics of the direction of their processors.
Okay. This is something that we didn't know. We need to care about like making sure the arrows line up. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if it's. Anyway, I'm not sure. Well, they yeah. Are you serious about caring about the the direction of the arrows and the processors? Yay or nay?
Oh my god. Yeah. Okay.
Because it is quite confusing. Yes. Oh no. It is
Oh.
confusing though, because then if you put the arrows on the processor and the hologram, then people will like think that it needs to be in that direction.
Yep. I keep going through a building.
Oh no. Okay, we have 2 yeses.
I'm trying to think like how you could like we took as Antoine the lead artist, like we talked about this, like how do you show that something goes from 2 to 3 without having arrows that imply directionality on the device itself? It's like I guess you could kind of like do some sort of blur animation between like 2 and 3 to show that it changes, but any kind of movement or arrows, people are gonna think that. Hey, I know. What if we just get rid of the arrows? Then nobody's happy. No, don't take away my arrows. What is that? What were you gonna say?
Oh, I actually never even. I've never assumed that the things needed, that they needed to be in that order, but I can totally understand why someone would.
Yeah. This is the great thing when you start putting the game in front of other people. Like when we were, way back when we were showing it at PAX, like it was super useful because you'd have all these really interesting feedback, stuff that you hadn't thought about. And it's like, yeah, people legitimately see the world in different ways, and it's really cool. You got to make it in a way that supports all of these assumptions people have. My energy pylons. Oh shoot! Right, rebel threat. Okay, I should probably
Oh,
that as well. Okay.
oh no, crazy stuff. Ask another dangerous question. Fix the. Ask whether the buildings flipping when you merge them or when you connect them. That is a very very difficult issue, right, Ben?
Oh, luckily this isn't something to do with me. This isn't a UI issue, so I can claim anything. Like seriously though, I've heard it's like kind of fiddly where you're like, okay, when you merge them, whose direction do you pick? Do you like have a mode where you click? It's like, imagine you've got two of them next to each other and their exits are like this. Okay, so this one, I guess that doesn't make sense. You can kind of assume this, but like, what if they're both like opposite? You click connect, and then you click the direction or like a tile nearby that you want the exits to be set to. I guess it's doable. That drives me crazy. Both merging the same way, so it's not an issue. I guess that might work. It's just fiddly. Though, like,
yeah, it's fiddly with how it has been set up so far. I think it might have to do with just not exactly taking into account the current directions of the buildings at all. That's why even if they're facing the same way, then they get flipped into some other direction.
Yeah, I was just thinking about the user experience, but yeah, in terms of like the actual underlying system stuff, I don't touch that in a long time, so I wouldn't know. But like,
but there has
from,
been
like,
this
a UX thing. Like, it's like, yeah, what would you do? I guess you click connect and then click a tile here to try and imply that you want them to merge with their exits on this side versus clicking on a tile here. Then you have to make sure that they can't click here, and it's doable. It's just, there's a bunch of we did the layout stuff instead because it's more fun and it's more players will appreciate it more, we hope. So,
yeah. But no, there have been significant discussions with like the technical director, programming lead, lead designer about this issue and how we can go about fixing it. So yes, working on it, but it's gonna take some time.
I think I'm doing okay.
Thanks.
I just need to build this turret. I've got this thing is getting my isotopes, and those should be being refined finally. I hope. This is just being wasted up here. I should probably just turn this off.
Did you ever get you're not able to upgrade, or did it upgrade?
I didn't have enough isotopes at the time, so I'm supposed to be. I keep going in this building. I really love this building. I should be going in this one. This wasn't being used because I hadn't put down a relay to connect them up. But at least we should have some level 2 isotopes now. So I think I probably don't have enough workers running around. Oh, there's only 2 in temp jobs. Okay, so there's literally like 2 people rushed off their feet trying to do everything. Okay, this is why. What if we just turn this off? And then we can get some more people running around. Because we're okay for minerals right now. Okay. These employees. I just gotta remember that to turn these back on at some point. Okay. Panic mode. Okay, let's convert some more people.
I'm knee deep in waste.
It's fine.
Yep, that is the experience.
Can't convert. What is that? Because I'm full. Oh, I failed to pay people. Whoops. Oh, okay, because I'm earning just under my salary amount. Okay, yeah, I guess I should pay my current employees before I start like doing other stuff. Okay, so how much? I've got 8 jobs and 14 people. Okay, so I need to put down some more of these. Uh-oh, now I'm running out of power. Oh, because my this just finished. Wait, does that mean this doesn't have any power in it anymore? Which one? This one. Oh, I haven't connected it. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Prioritize?
That's the worst, when you've like built some stuff and you just forgot one piece
Yeah.
where it's not actually connected to things. And
Yeah, we need to add like an icon on here, like when we do with the other ones, just to say like, hey, I'm not connected to anything, help. Because, yeah, I've got like 15k energy sitting there and it's not being put into my grid. So I need to add that. A little bit of a bug there. I'm getting worried about this rebel coming in. Like, it's gonna. The range of this is not great. Like, it could go off and destroy that. It could destroy this. It could attack this.
at least it's not a donut like it used to be.
Oh, really?
I personally like the donut. I like the donut
Oh.
because it like makes it a bit more engaging. That you have to think a bit more. But yeah, it's definitely more challenging.
Because you'd have to like overlap multiple turrets to try and like account for their weaknesses and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. I was always doing the pulling, like sending a ship over, a cheap ship over to pull the enemy into my turrets. I think that's a key strategy. Get away with like one turret for your whole city.
I could upgrade this, but I really don't want to until I actually kill off that wave.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah,
do
that's
need
true.
To start making more money as well, because okay, these guys are doing alright. Let's get some more monetization.
Okay, yeah.
sessions going.
We got. Oh yeah, I was laughing about this earlier. Crow Revel says waist deep in waste is the true goal. Oh gosh, that reminds me of this like weird would you rather that my friends were talking about the other day. Oh no, I don't want to say it. It's too disturbing.
I'm scared now. Okay, we're doing 98%. I guess because I have a lot of power stored, I guess I'll be fine if I put someone in here.
Oh, look at that nice crow emote. Nice crow
Oh.
emote, Crow Revel. Let me show you my seagull emotes.
Single ones. Okay, go to this one. Oh, it's draining my battery.
Kind of curious, how fast is that 15k going down?
It's going down pretty quick, and the enemies haven't even turned up yet, so I should probably wait, recharge this a bit. Okay. Oh, I want to put it to, like, upgrade this, but if it goes offline and then... That's great, it's fine. 96%. What could possibly go wrong? Can I prioritize this too?
Okay. Zorik DG says can't play for next week, but new update looks sick.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. Hope you can enjoy some of the new stuff.
Oh, it's still going down. Oh yeah, it's still going down because I turned off my power plant. Yeah. Uh-oh. This is not good.
Going down like kind of slowly.
But the rebel threat's going down, I guess, because I've got like negative. Like I'm doing so badly, they're feeling sorry for me and just taking their time. Okay, oh, I should put down some more fuel stuff. How are we doing? Okay, the ethane's not too bad there.
Another thing I like doing is like my early factories, instead of like a lot of people like putting a bunch of the same thing in the same place, but then I think the game, like it's better, or personally I think it's better to kind of spread them out a little bit. Like even like in your other one you have all those habitat pods and some monetization stations, but then like that space isn't really using any fuel. Like you're not using ethane there. So if you just put like one fabricator, then at least you could kind of make use of the ethane in that square.
It's true. Let's see what this ethane looks like outside. There's not a lot of ethane over here.
There's not a lot, yeah.
Well, no, it says 29% now. I guess this is more like a source. Over here it's 100%. Here it's down to 23. Yeah, that's true. I could put some here. It's like 29. I guess it won't get what do you call it, refilled, but I can always destroy the fuel thing.
Yeah, later on. Yeah.
Smart. Okay. Oh, so there's already one in that square. Just dump one in here. That's smart. Let's give it a go.
Yeah, I think it also won't like if you only got like a small one like that, then it probably won't ever run out as well. And
Oh, yeah.
they can also be used in like weird spots. Like I can see
So like
if you
this.
turn, is that? Yeah, that might work. Or where you had it before.
Yeah, it'll
'Cause
block off
if
this
you-
corridor. They'll have to walk from the other end, but it's not the end of the world.
Yeah, yeah.
Kind
of thing.
I'll just bring it there. Sure, anybody that's like good at doing the layouts for stuff, they'll be looking at this, going like, no, getting OCD about the amount of inefficient stuff that's happening here. I apologize.
Oh yeah, sorry, I missed this one, but crazy stuff also says on the UI side. Oh, hold on, let's just make sure we get this battle first.
Uh-oh.
We know you're taking money from the council, and we know exactly
Oh, shoot.
where your loyalties lie.
Phew.
Don't worry, we're only going to destroy your city, dismantle your corporation, and take you as prisoner. It won't be painful, at least no more than the pain you've inflicted on your employees.
Oh shit, go turret.
Boom. Boom, boom, boom. Haha.
Are we the baddies? No comment.
Oh, I should probably be repairing this as well. Pew pew. I think we're okay. I'm so glad it didn't come in over here and just start attacking my mine. That was... that could have been not great.
That would have been really annoying.
Okay. Pew pew. This is fine. I got this. I can just do other stuff.
Yep.
I want to make some more money. Oh, not that one. What?
Even if they're not symmetrical or the most efficient, at least they are interesting.
Yeah, okay, I'll take it. It's just like a bunch of weirdly organized, like, cubes.
Yeah, that's how I played too.
I see you're smarter than the other founders have been. Don't worry, we'll be back. Consider this your first and final warning. Next time, we will end you.
Hey,
Goodness.
Founder, glad we got out of that one. That was Bahar Karoba, one of the rebel leaders. I thought we might be toast for a second there. They're known to be particularly brutal. If they say they'll be back, I believe them. We should prepare for next time.
So your mine up there upgraded, but it doesn't have. It's not
But it
connected to the
reaches.
grid, right? It does
Oh.
reach, yeah.
Does
Or
reach.
it's missing something, right?
Yeah. I can have a lot of these. Let's just do another pylon. I want to get like a... What do you call it? Oh, but this is going to be...
Oh, a road?
blocked. Yeah, a road. But that's
Ah.
I want to keep that ruin because I want to make it absorb pollution. So close. I'm going to get some
So
more
close.
artifacts. Ooh. You'll do. Get rid of that.
Okay. Yeah, so crazy stuff before asked. On the UI side, do we have numbers for the processors now? Like, do we need just one of each module, or can we speed things up in some way?
Yeah, as far as I know, you can, if you put multiple things on here, it will help. So if you're blocked by, like, these are constantly, waiting to be processed, you can put multiple inputs in. As far as I know, you could put like one isotope input and one mineral input on the same L1 processor, and it will just kind of pull from whichever one's available. So here I could actually put an isotope input, and then I could process my L2 isotopes into... Let's do that actually. into
Same
L2 isotopes, which would be good. Because this one's not being used. I should probably re-enable these as well.
Yeah, Mel says multiple worker modules speed up all of processing. And Ballast Heineman says you are blowing my mind. Ooh. Ooh.
I should get some more temporary workers as well. More workers in general, rather.
Yeah, and Felipe Lima says thanks for ship blueprints. Love you.
Yay! That's always doing stuff that doing stuff that like people, really appreciate and wanted as well. Oh, I'm running on battery power now. Okay, it's because this is now on the network.
You can have you turned off your turret?
Oh, rookie mistake. Okay, now I've got loads of power.
Yep. Turrets cost or you just use so much power.
Yeah. I should probably put another turret up here to defend this area as well. Or a shipyard?
I see. So asking one processor with 2 employees or 2 processors with 1 employee each. Are you asking like which is more efficient? I would imagine. Actually, okay. I honestly have no idea. I think the only person who might really know is Andy.
Yeah, Andy would know that. Like he's the one who sets all the numbers up, so he would know that off the top of his head. But yeah, I don't know.
And Mel says that they like having 1 mineral and isotope input modules on a processor and just 1 output because they don't mind if things take a little longer, but it's nice to have both slowly trickle in.
That's true. I did that with my level 2 here, so because I think most of my I don't have too many level 2 minerals to process, but actually I don't have any level 2 isotopes either. What's going on here? No employees. What?
Okay. Oh, I see. So Crazy Stuff is asking that for UI that shows like the efficiency numbers or some sort of statistics so that they can do math and figure it out.
Oh,
Ooh.
That would be nice.
Ooh, yeah.
That would be nice. Okay, I'll think about that. So you put it in here, you'd get some numbers of like you're processing X per second, or this has got a limit of blah. Yeah, that would be kind of useful. To talk to Andy about how to like show those in a way that's understandable, but also lets you kind of do a bit of math to mess with stuff. Sounds cool.
It could be like over the last 2 minutes or like 5 minutes, like you've processed this many, like this processor has processed this many things or something.
We do some stuff a bit like that where we try and kind of guess how many credits you're going to make this next work shift, and how much you're going to need.
True, yeah.
So we could do a similar type thing of like how many. It's a bit more variable because of like depending on how far away are your storage that they're going to be pulling the resources from, and how. I guess you could show what it would be 100% efficiency, like if there's always something there available.
But then if you show that, then people will also want to know, like, am I at 100% efficiency? And then why am I not at 100% efficiency?
Because they can actually like take the minerals could come from anywhere, right? They could come from the one right next to it, or could come from if that runs out, it could come from like a building, a storage that's further away.
Or if the waste is full, are the waste modules full, or lots way more variables than the money and money calculation.
With the money, it's like, okay, they're going to wake up and they're going to walk and sit down and do the work, so that is a little bit variable depending on how far away they're sleeping. But after that, they're going to sit there and mindlessly click ads all day, so at least that's really consistent. They don't have to wait for stuff.
Yeah, Felipe Lima says, yesterday I was looking for some button to copy the ship until I read about this update. Excellent.
we anticipated you. And thanks to everyone else's feedback as well, that's something that like everybody really wanted.
I just if you aren't already keeping up to date or just like looking at on the Steam news page, the Steam community page, yeah, we should be posting something every few weeks. So probably like at least once a month for sure, since we have a new update every month. But also we release experimental updates, which or playtest updates in Steam. So if you want to try out some of the new features before they officially get launched, you can opt into the Steam playtest, and there's some information about how to do that on a post from last week, I believe.
I really should like start clearing up all this mess. It's just getting more and more messy.
I'm curious, do the folks in chat, do you follow oh sorry, not playtest. sorry Maddie. Yeah, I mean beta. Steam beta. Yeah, not playtest. But yes, you can opt into that if you go to the Steam community page and look for the news post by Maddie. Yeah, in general, I'm curious about whether the folks here, do you follow like development on social media and on Steam forums and stuff with our game? Yeah, Ballastine Man says they usually have outputs clogged waiting for transport. Yep, that's true. Jananton, same. I also have that. Jananton says, let's say that formula will be much more complex than the money earning one. Yep, as we just discussed.
Yep.
And Crazy Stuff says they think that there's two main numbers. The processing speed, which is the static number, like this does how many a minute, and then efficiency is a different number. Both would be nice, but they'll settle for the static number.
Okay, so
I guess like, that would be like the 100%. Yeah.
Yeah. If something's there, how quickly will it take to process that? Yeah, and that's something that you can give you. It's as long as people understand that that's not the whole story, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Don't want to like confuse people. Look at me, I'm being efficient. Oh wait, I'm not. These won't get. Every time I'm like, oh, I'm doing so well, and it's like, oh, these ones aren't going to get powered. Okay, how can I do this? There we go.
Oh, you might need to move it over.
No, because they can come in from this end.
Oh yeah. True.
I just have to put an energy bridge somewhere. There we go.
Kylari says that they look through Discord. They keep tabs via the Discord's Twitter feed. Someone actually looks at that. I know some people do look at it. And Sarconic says that they saw the update because they follow the YouTube channel. Cool. Did you see the do you like see the YouTube community posts or did you see it today based on the like the new trailer that came out this morning?
Doing some like community research here. This is great.
Yeah,
it's always different. Like everyone can be like interacts with their games they like in like different ways. Some people, like follow them on whatever. It's interesting.
Yeah. And Janatan says on Steam you get automatic dev messages for the games you own, and I skim through Discord regularly. Nice. I don't know if I ever look at the dev messages from games that I own, to be honest.
I was like, sometimes it's like, oh, there's a new like DLC, or oh, there's a new extra patch and stuff. Especially if it's something that I'm like currently involved in. There's some games where it's like, okay, you're telling me about a game that I stopped playing like a while ago, but when it's something that's like like keep coming back to, I always like seeing those because I can't keep track of the drop schedule of like all the different games I like, and so it's like a little present. I'm like, oh, It's the car. This one just got updated. Yay! Okay, I'm finally getting money. Yay!
I think I got desensitized on Steam by there was a game that I owned probably from like a Humble Bundle, and they were like often streaming, and so then, but I had like didn't really play the game much, and it just like kept on popping up on my notification, and I just like never look at the notification anymore.
No. Okay, am I running out of power? Oh no, this is just it's on a separate grid. Okay, so I have to wait until this one gets built, and then they should be all merged. Come on, prioritize this one. Okay, I'm gonna go make sure I've got enough power.
Okay, Sarconic says that they saw the trailer. Yeah, not sure what the community thing is. That's like posts that people can do in YouTube that show up if you're subscribed to someone in your on your feed, I think. Yeah, I know some people do look at that. And Oz says, "Oh, hi Oz, thanks for being here. YouTube recommended the live stream, and now they're here, and they never saw the game before. Although they do love Necrodancer and Cadence of Hyrule. Hey, cool. Yeah, we'll be streaming Necrodancer on Monday, this coming Monday, August 9th, at the same time. So yeah, if you want to come back for that, that's what we will be here on YouTube and on Twitch."
Okay, this is where I find out my... Oh, I do sort of have enough, almost. Okay, I need some more people. I've got 28 spaces.
Wow, that's a lot of places. Yeah, 28 places.
And I can hopefully have enough of these get built, and then I can start rolling in money.
Rolling in money.
Okay, monetization station. Oh,
It was fun to see my ship crash because I put scrubbers all over my base.
But you ran out of fuel or something? What? Like the air filters? I could kind of see how that happens. So I just love the idea of like you fly through this particularly clean piece of air and you're like, oh no. And things start falling out of the sky. Oh no.
Crashing your ship is a viable strategy, apparently. I remember we were discussing that. I think it was System Shock who was saying that. Man, I don't remember. Might not have been. But if you crash your ship into a rebel fuel tank, and then because the fuel tank causes a bigger explosion. And in general, choosing to crash your ship will also just do damage AoE to everything underneath where it crashes. Then if you crash it into something that will blow up even more, then you get like that really effective crash.
It's like, sorry, we're gonna sacrifice you for the good of the corporation. Down, you get to go down with the ship.
Yeah, well, do you go? I'd rather go down with the ship than just like die to pollution. That sounds worse.
Yeah, I can kind of see that. Yeah.
Yeah, where your health is slowly deteriorating because there's so much. That sounds much worse.
Okay, now I've got some of these. Oh, they're not gonna be able to get to this relay to build it. I think they can. I don't know. I think they can reach over the. They have like little drony drones that they use to get to stuff. I think. Okay, now I don't really have enough power. Okay. I always like obsessively rotate my view back to how I had it before, otherwise I get really lost. I'm like, okay, keep the fuel turbine, put fuel turbine to the bottom. Okay. Otherwise you just get really confused.
Yeah, that is why like the turning when they merge is annoying.
It's true.
Yeah.
And also like rotating inside. I guess it makes sense to rotate outside because it keeps it consistent, kind of. But yeah, it turns me around. I get confused. Okay, got a bunch of power. Do we not have?
We got some
people?
FTL discussion in the Twitch chat. We're almost at that part of the game because Ben's building the shipyard.
Yeah, if I can. I think I have too many people running around doing like on permanent jobs.
Mm.
That's why they're not building stuff. I can just turn you off. I don't think I need people doing this. I think I just need people to like be refining the stuff I have. Get out of here.
I'm just glad that I wasn't wrong, but the mine could reach there with the one upgrade. I was afraid that I was wrong.
Look, I was like a bit cautious, but then I was like, okay, if it reaches from here, then with a +1, it probably reaches from here. So I felt relatively confident that would work. Okay, how are we doing for pollution? Now I've got. No, is it really that clean? This thing's doing really well. Oh yeah, it's removing a bunch of pollution. Cool. Guess that's why my people aren't dying quite as much.
Nice.
That's,
I think you just don't have that much like industry going on.
that's true. I'm probably not. I have so much waste on the floor. I'm not actually burning anything. So it's like, well, that's pretty clean because you're not really burning anything.
Okay, so we got some questions here. We'll hit crazy stuff question first. Is there going to be more stuff for the headquarters to do? Right now, it's just a conversion building for employees. Well, it can be whatever you want it to be, but there is, I think, what the game has had for a while is the combat floor that is not there yet. Mm-hmm. I believe that is basically a floor that will like help you in combat.
Yeah, it kind of acts like a static ship, I guess. It has like some different restrictions, like it's connected to your power grid, but you can kind of customize it like you would a ship. So it would be, you'd go in here and you'd be able to like go to the top floor, and yeah, put down a bunch of lasers and stuff. And only certain buildings have a combat floor, so like your factory won't because it's just a factory. So it can act as like a little mini turret helper to start with, and then the what do you call them, command centers as well. Those will have the defense, the combat floors as well. It's just once we get to that bit, like
yeah. So that's eventually on the way, the combat floors, and
Z thing.
Oz has some. Actually, hold on. I'll come back to that in a sec. But Crow says phase 1, create pollution. Phase 2, collect pollution. Phase 3, funnel pollution into enemy camps.
It could be good. Yeah, you just keep like blowing it at them, and they're like they slowly choke to death. Yeah.
Yeah. So right. One thing that the game is like constantly also being worked on, which. It's the major updates for this won't come for quite a while, but we have someone working on how rebels work, how the rebel camps work, and it's becoming more and more advanced, and the goal eventually is so that they basically have all this, or okay, not all, but a lot of the same systems that you are and rules that your city is following. So then that would like once that does work, that the rebel camps follow those similar systems, then stuff like blowing pollution into their area to kill their citizens, like that may actually be possible.
Yeah, the aim is for them to act way more like regular players. Like currently they're just sort of like a little building, little town, and they do grow out a bit, but they don't have quite the same like limitations as you. So yeah, it's something. Someone Oliver in the team is working on that. Looking forward to that.
And Oz asked, curious, how is the game coded? Engine, Unreal Engine, framework, libraries, programming, and language.
It's Unreal Engine. It's in C++, and we use the blueprints a little bit as well. That's like Unreal's kind of visual scripting language. That's pretty much it. It's just C++. We use a little bit of Lua for like the tutorials and some other sort of scripting stuff. Is that it? Yeah, that's pretty much it. And all the config files are in XML. So we've got a big mix. I mean, it's not a programming language, but yeah, that's sort of what we use if you're into programming stuff. Oh, I need to put someone on here.
Yeah, thanks for asking, Oz. Thanks for being here. Oh, once you get enough minerals, then you could even show the ship blueprints that you saved in your other game.
Ooh, yeah, I should be able to do that. I want to fix this fuel train thing. It's still not quite there. Alright, I'll leave that to upgrade and then I can at least look in here. Okay, so I picked the hull with the two... Yeah, this U-shaped hull, so that should have the same... I hope. This is going to be the thing where you demo something and it doesn't show up. But yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, so right at the beginning of the stream, Ben made a ship blueprint for that specific hull. And that was on a different save file. And now we will see whether it works on this new game that he started.
It should. I should have more confidence in my code. And be like, yeah, of course it will. It's fine.
I think it'll work.
This
I'm
thing keeps
confident.
trying to start up and shut down. It's kind of sad. It's like a car that won't quite start. Except it's a giant building. It's like fizzling out. Where else can I get more methane from? I guess I need to like put a command center here and kind of expand out to get this Z thing.
Yeah, real life bug testing. I love it. If you just need a little bit more, you could also just like find other places to like just put one factory and like 2 fabricators inside it.
Oh, that's true.
Too
I'm
large
just,
for, like...
I'm just trying to pop them all down here, and I probably don't need to do that. Do I have another? I thought I had another factory somewhere.
I kind of feel like keeping them close to each other like that, like you're depleting what is possible there. So
I think you're right. Oh great, my hunting cobra is now ready. Okay, so
oh yeah, we
that
forgot to name everything too in a theme, but that's okay.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so yeah, I have my blueprint from before called the half-made thingy because I kind of did it when I just put down part of a ship. You don't have to wait until you put down all the devices. You can just put down some of them. I can't apply it yet because I don't have the construction resources. Really? 2, 3. What does it say? Can't afford them? What's going on here? Seems like a bug.
Oh yeah, Kylaria. Now we can see what does it work with, or how does it work with picking different kinds of resources.
Yeah, well, I've got enough. That's odd. That is odd. I told you it was going to have some bug. Let's get some more resources. Okay, now I can put some fuel in here. Fuel fab. There's the door. I always like putting them near the door. The big one. There we go.
Yeah, I think that'll help. Although it did use a lot of your minerals.
Shoot.
I think you just it's because you only had like 2 tier 1 minerals.
Yeah. Are these all turned off now? Oh, no, someone's working there. I don't have many level 1 or anything.
Well, it looks like at least they're like something you're in positive fuel for now.
Mm-hmm.
So.
No energy? Oh no, I manually disabled it. That's why. Okay, so then this one should be good. Okay, that's online. They're working there.
Surilanter asks, "Are you going to update ship fire range?"
Oh, I don't know about that actually. Could ask Andy.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. Yeah, that's a
not sure.
handy question.
That is an Andy question. He's always like constantly like playing the game and working out like balancing and stuff like that. So that if it's something the community is asking for and like makes sense, then yeah, we can totally consider it.
I think if there was going to be something that changed the range, then it would be some sort of device. Like everything in the ship it would be, I believe, is planned to be tied to devices. And then there are like there's already designs like even like like models for new ship devices. Like there's the Gatling gun, which shoots at the hull rather than the lasers which shoot at the specific squares, and other devices that are already like could be implemented when we work on combat, like a major combat update. Also, there's a design document for having more than 1v1 ship battles, like which is something that we know that people would like to have because they kind of compare it to an RTS. But then the problem is because of like the FTL style combat, it makes it a lot more complicated. Like there's a reason why FTL doesn't have more than 1v1 ship combat.
We've done some sketches for like the UI of that as well, and it's like, okay, so you have your two views, you have to show all the other ships that are within range, and then who you're shooting at, each laser, which one is it targeting, and then be able to jump between other views and like set your targets and stuff. Like it's doable in theory. It's just like a bunch of like little edge cases that we need to go through and like make sure, that it's still fun and it is not overly confusing. You're like, why is this not shooting? Is it aiming at the right thing? Yeah, anyway, that sort of thing.
Yeah, like you could get like something like 2v1 seems not too bad, but then if you do 2v1, then the next question is, what can I do? Like 2v2? Can I do 3v1? Like all more and more and more, right? So, and how is the UI gonna fit that? Plus, like the code.
You're like swapping between like your multiple views on your side and multiple enemy ships, and just like,
big challenge.
We want to do it. It's just a case of like balancing it with other cool stuff we want to do. It's like, how much does it add versus how long does it take to add, and if we've got other cool shiny stuff we can do, maybe we'll do those earlier.
Yeah, we really think that the next, especially in 2 months, that the update in 2 months will be really engaging. Next in 2 months, I think, is the tech tree. Yeah, that's what I was trying to, the words I was looking for. And the tech tree looks really cool.
Okay, that's one vote from Clary about 1v1 right now. But yeah, thank you. But no, we definitely thought about like having multiple stuff. It's just balancing, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think a part of it is also the speed of combat, which has been slowed down. And like before, with the speed of combat, like you kind of didn't really need to go into into the interior view of combat, and you could basically just like set them to attack each other, and it's more like a traditional RTS where you're just like putting more guys in the other team so that your guys will win. But with the combat slowed down, then there's more emphasis on actually targeting and being strategic about that interior view FTL style battles.
Okay, I really want to apply this thing. I just want to make sure I've got enough. It's probably bugged or something. Oh, there we go. I guess I've got enough now that I can afford it. Or I've got enough level 1. Maybe it was trying to.
I think it's because you just.
I
think you just didn't have enough mineral, like units, because you had two tier 1s and 3 tier 3s.
Yeah, maybe it wasn't mixing it. I'm actually gonna, after this stream, I'm gonna look into that bug. That's my next to-do list. Okay, so you hit apply, and hey, it's like you've just put them all down manually, basically. So like when your favorite ship gets blown up, you can come in and hit apply here and just build it again, and off you go. And you can save your favorite layouts into all these slots, and then in future playthroughs you can just reuse those.
Yeah,
I think people can come up with really cool layouts and stuff. It's like nice to be able to save them, and especially for the bigger ships where it gets like really complicated, you want to be able to like just hit go and it will rebuild it for you. So
yeah, really neat. And as we saw, Ben made this blueprint. He saved it at the beginning of the stream on his other save file, and he brought it to this new save file, and he used his favorite layout that he had saved. That's why it was his favorite. That's why he saved it.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Yeah, that like what's it called? Half finished something. Like it's my temporary. Yeah, you can save all the ones and like make new blueprints and trying to think of an example. Yeah, I think those are the main ones we've seen that's new for this patch is the new layout stuff, the new appearance. Blueprint. Like, it's called layouts internally, so I keep calling it layouts. Blueprints, and the new appearance of different areas of the map. So you can have like rainy areas and then deserty areas. What were the other ones? Mel wrote me a list. Oh yeah, blue lasers. So like, yeah, you have more clearly differentiated between your lasers and the enemy lasers. What other things have we got? Ship layouts and Inert Ruins, of course.
Inert Ruins, yeah.
So I've got this. I think it's doing pretty well. Like, it seems to be getting rid of all the horrible stuff coming out of here. It's sucking.
Yeah, Inert Ruins are really strong.
It adds more like flavor and stuff, because you're like, oh, I'm gonna change my whole playstyle based on the fact that I've got this Inert room, and I don't have to like research certain batteries. I don't have to, build. What's going on? I'm running out of power. Uh-oh. Yeah, it affects your playstyle a lot. What am I doing? I'm running out of fuel. Oh.
Yeah, I'll say that the first few months of these major updates since Steam launch in June Steam Early Access launch in June are focused on replayability and just ways to maximize like the difference in each playthrough, because we do know that a lot of people have felt like, oh, when you do different playthroughs, unless you do like a completely different mode or a different map, then it can feel a little similar to previous ones. So yeah, like Inert Ruins, that's one of the main ways that's the way that we're adding replayability this time, because like Ben just said, where your Inert Ruins are found and where they are, like that can change your playstyle and kind of mess with your normal build order. Next month there's research. It's a research update, which adds some stuff to do with, like, it'll have something to do with the large ruins, as well as like a new research system leading up to the tech tree the month after that, and that will like completely change how you go about your normal build orders.
Yeah, this has been super fun. Like, it's really interesting talking to people and hearing about people's like feedback from like what they enjoy, what they need like help with and stuff. So I always love doing these streams. It's great. It's like, I mean, we can't do PAX right now because COVID and stuff, and hasn't been PAX for a while. But like, it's great to like talk to the community and stuff. I really appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I think I'm almost done. I didn't get to launch a ship, but like, I need to fix all my fuel stuff first. I'm gonna have to do this in my own time. This evening, I come back and fix all these fuel issues I've got. Yeah.
You could just launch your ship, right? Like, it doesn't it work? You have engines. You got. Do you have employees?
I do. I gotta put in.
Oh, maybe a bit of power or a relay, right? Yeah.
Put in relay.
Then you can launch it.
Yeah, let's launch it. Prioritize these. Go. Go, everybody, go.
And we can watch the nice launching animation.
And launch off into space. People inside there. Oh, that's where half my workers are. They're all just sitting in here. I've got 3 workers that are just waiting to go. Okay. That's fine. I'll just get rid of this. Let's just get rid of that one.
No, I don't think Ben planned for roads. Oh, also though, Inert Ruins, they like really mess with your road planning too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because you're like, oh, I've got this beautiful space, but I need to add, like, I really want to keep this this Inert Ruin. Yeah, like I had a plan. I did, honestly. I had a plan to make a road down here and through here, but then I had this really useful Inert Ruin that I wanted to keep. If I was going to make roads, I'd probably do it down here, and then I'd move this energy pylon maybe over a bit, and then have them go along here. I could run past here, and up here somewhere. Yeah, I do like doing roads. I always like doing roads and trains and stuff in games. So, okay, ready to launch.
Yeah, let's launch.
Whee! So then when it gets blown up, I can build another one with all the same stuff inside.
Yay, blueprints.
Blueprints. Awesome.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much it for today. Yeah, thank you for everybody for coming and joining. It's always fun. I think we've got a trailer to show as we head off into the sunset. See ya.
Oh, let's go to photo mode and show them the green
oh.
sunset.
Oh. How do I do that? Photo mode's down here. It's behind the mic. There we go. Ooh.
Yeah, look at the horizon. Actually, yeah, I want to see what the.
Can I look down and look at the horizon? Whoa. Oh, it's all cloudy and moody. Ooh.
Whoa! Looks so different with the. Oh, there's Saturn. Oh.
You got some sunset. Can I fly down there?
Yeah. I think.
Vertical movement. There we go. QE. Here I come. Whee!
Ooh! Look at the rain, the sky, and their ship. Wow! Look at that cool color from the light. Wow! This part of Titan looks very nice. Love the colors.
It's all like swampy and stuff. It's kind of fun. I like
This
it.
is beach. This is the beach part of Titan where people go for their beach vacations.
There we go. I can like add a bunch of filters as well.
Yeah, like
Okay, maybe
normally,
not.
normally when I see people's pictures, I'm like, oh yeah, like that's from this filter. But now that doesn't even have to be from a filter or with like changing the colors because the colors are different on their own.
Yeah. Bam. There we go. Took a picture. We've got that lens flare. Use the lens flare.
Ooh.
Okay.
Okay.
It does look nice.
Yeah. Looks great.
I can zoom in.
Yeah, Palestine Man says it's beautiful. I agree.
Oh, there we go. That's
Yeah,
perfect.
I love this color with you get the yellow on the left, like the orange on the left, and like the blue on the right. That's super nice. Love that contrast.
Nice. Okay. Call that day. There we go. End on there. Beautiful.
Yeah. Wow. Nice.
Thanks,
Yeah.
everyone.
Thanks for being here, everyone. On Monday we will be doing a Crypt of the Necrodancer stream.
Yep.
And yeah, let's thank you, Ben, for being here and for driving the stream today, talking about all the new changes.
Thank you for being here too. It was fun. And thanks everyone for. I'm looking down here because that's where the chat is. So I keep looking down there. Yeah. Thanks everyone.
Okay.